Howdy folks, friends and family across the globe, and welcome to our revisit video. And in this one we are going to be revisiting Dragon Age 2. This is a game I remember much maligned when it was released. And it kind of put me off from playing it for a while, but I decided to pick it up, and when I first played it, I remember that it really wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. Let me know if the sound needs to be adjusted. In fact, I'll probably... Let's do this. Bam. Bam. Bubblegum crosses, ladies. Here we go. Let's do that. That should be good, right? I was kind of surprised. It really wasn't as bad as everybody led me to believe. Do I think it was better than Origins? God, no. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But it actually drew a parallel to a game I had played a lot back in the day, and that's Neverwinter Nights. Hence, really kind of, I won't say clickbaity, but a clickbaity title, right? It's not literally Neverwinter Nights. Obviously, it's Dragon Age 2, but still. We'll get into that after we get to the opening, because I do not do tips, tricks, guides, walkthroughs, speedruns, 100% trophies, or achievements. I just play games for fun. The sole goal is to invade your phones and homes on your big screens, little screens, all the screens in between, hit you with a blast from the past, a wave of nostalgia as we laze down the laziest of lazy rivers. Lazy River of Life, harken back to the days, some of these days, 90s, early thousands, go to buddies, place after school, work where you drop a pack, drop a key, or drop a button, chair, anywhere, it doesn't matter, because we're going to play games. Good games, bad games, old games, and new games. Happy to have you. To my subscribers, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, wouldn't be doing these videos. Obviously, I'd still be playing games, but you're the main reason I keep uploading. Just in case you need these videos for whatever reason. Whether it's because I'm playing a game you've never seen, heard, or played before, and you want to see it, and don't feel like you're being sold on it. Or you just want to hear my melodious voice in the background. Because I do try and pretend you're here with me. Regardless of why you're here, I'm going to make you this promise. As long as one person stays subscribed, I'll keep pumping out videos. Drive by Rubneck and Viewers, howdy. And I'm going to recommend, well, you know what, Dragon Age Origins. Now, you might be wondering, why aren't you playing Dragon Age Origins first? And I will tell you. One, I played that game a lot more. Two, this game isn't the same character as the character in that game. There are nods, references. There is someone from the Origins aspect that does come into the game, but I think canonically, if you're going to play the series, you might want to check this out first, because it'll make that person's backstory a lot more interesting when you run into them in Origins. I don't want to give spoilers away. This is will eventually be the champion of Kirkwall. Different character from our main character in Origins. But I believe the events, if I'm remembering correctly, happen almost concurrently with the timeline of the first game. That makes sense? There you go. Alright, let's see. The disappointing part, despite the fact this is basically Mass Effect Fantasy at this point, which is what they did. You know, they're like, oh, hey, Mass Effect 2 was brilliant. We need to make our fantasy game just like that and play like that. And they did. Don't get excited, folks. Just super coffee. But gamepad doesn't work naturally, natively, whatever the proper phrase is. So I'm gonna have to use mouse and keyboard. And I'll change that down below in the thing. All right. Let me cheat here for a second. I do have a strategy guide for this. Why? Because I collect strategy guides. Not that I needed one. Canonical champion of Kirkwall character. Class. Okay, fine. It doesn't want to answer that. Okay, which class has more to do with story Dragon Age 2. I'm leaning towards mage. I don't normally play mages in these games. I'm usually a rogue guy, so. Okay, it says mage. So we'll go with mage. Got it? Good. Is there a difference? I don't think so. Warrior, never go warrior. I mean, if I go in order of things, it's going to be rogue, wizard, warrior. Because warriors are mostly boring. The only fun warrior I ever played was a Blork in Warrior Online. Now, the other great thing about this game is I don't have to read anything to y'all. And trust me, you'll find out whenever those videos get uploaded. I spent a long period of time, I'm talking like months, where I was doing terrible voices. Oh, is there a subtitle option? I didn't check for that again.
I've had gentler invitations.
I am Cassandra Pentagust, Seeker of the Chantry.
And just, what are you seeking?
The champion.
Which one?
You know exactly why I'm here. Time to start talking, dwarf. They tell me you're good at it.
What do you want to know?
Everything. Start at the beginning.
I try and play with as few mods or messing with files as possible. That way you see the game exactly as you would if you just bought it right off the shelf and put it in your system. So any hang-ups, everything's going to be on it unscripted.
Scouts. We will have to fight them sooner or later.
Then we make our stand here.
Completely unprofessional. So if you're looking for someone on YouTube that does that kind of stuff, I do apologize. I'm not really trying to hear. Options. I didn't touch any of this. Kind of curious. We'll see how that goes. Interface. What do you mean ground rings? Oh my god, it's output at the wrong... Ah, I should have done all this ahead of time. There we go, that looks better. I hope. There we go. Right click to attack an enemy. I have to actually click it manually each time. I can't just hold it down. Okay.
We can't keep this up forever.
Alright. I don't know what any of that means. I'm guessing that's like the good option.
Perhaps we'll be lucky and they'll run out of darkspawn.
Here they
That
come.
is not what that option.
Shall I give them a taste of my blade?
All yours, brother.
What is going on?
One less to worry about.
Okay. Wish we had a second to see what this does, but that's fine.
There's no end to them.
Yeah, remember that thing that came in really late in the first game? It was extremely
Bullshit.
tough.
That's
Yeah.
not what really happened.
Just kidding.
Does that not match the story you've heard, Seeker?
I'm not interested in stories. I came to hear the truth.
What makes you think I know the truth?
Don't lie to me. You knew him even before he became the champion.
Even if I did, I don't know where he is now.
Do you have any idea what's at stake here?
Let me
Stake him.
guess. Your precious chantries fallen to pieces and put the entire world on the brink of war. And you need the one person who could help you put it back together.
The champion was at the heart of it when it all began. If you can't point me to him, tell me everything you know.
You aren't worried I'll just make it up as I go.
Not at all.
You'll need to hear the whole story.
Sure. I don't really get into this kind of stuff, but we got a bunch of presets. That's fine. Portrait, that's, yeah, sure. Name. I honestly do not remember anything from that. Start game. Let's go. Yeah, normal's fine.
The Blight had been unleashed on Ferelden. Darkspawn poured out of the wilds, clashing against the army at the ruins of Ostagar.
Recap basically the first
The
one.
battle was a disaster. King Kalen died on the field with his men, betrayed by his most trusted general.
Now, a lot of this could change depending upon logging that after it talks. Stuff on.
Unopposed, the Horde marched on the village of Lothering. The village burned, and many innocents were slaughtered. The champion's family barely escaped in time.
think that's all of them.
For the moment, make us save us. We've lost it all. Everything your father and I built.
We have to get out of here while we still can.
Yes, you're right.
We should have run sooner. Why did we wait so long?
Why are you looking at me? I've been running since Ostagar.
Are you two insane? If we stand around, we'll die.
Please, listen to your brother.
Then let's go. Lead on.
Alright. New quest, Staff of Partholon. Either's right, okay. What's this? Summons the family hound to fight alongside the party. Oh, good. Sustained. Alright, what's this do? Yeah, way of talking about knocks enemies back. Endeavor's threat. Okay. Mage and warrior. See, all the more reason I should have been a rogue. Attributes. Alright, so first things first. One of the things that pissed people off was it did very much Mass Effect, the series. The other thing is it took away a lot of the RPG options, so no dwarf or elf. Races to pick from. Okay, this one. Something neat that the game did was, of course, Earth and Sky. You could import your saves. Decisions you made in the first game carried over. Mass Effect also had that. Usually didn't affect much. Maybe just like a character you'd bump into a name drop or something, but like that opening cinematic probably would have changed. Okay, that's the fade stuff, huh? Alright, creation's gonna be what, like healing and crap? Yeah. Okay, I'm kind of digging this. I wish there was like necromancy or something, but tactics. Where are tactics? Okay. It definitely simplified a lot of the RPG aspects of the first game. And for example, this was made more so for controllers in mind.
Get ready!
Fine. I'll level up. Points to spend. Magic, I'm assuming. What's cunning do? Alright, we'll play into him being a nerd. Hmm. Okay. So, which way do we want to go with this? I mean, healing's always good, but... throw lightning bolts. Inventory, what do we got? Equip it. Freeman's staff. What is it? By gold damage. Why is there a bunch of new quests just popping up? Is that the DLC stuff? It is still going. It's like the opening credits to a movie. Holy crap.
Wait. Where are we going?
Away from the Darkspawn, where else?
And then where? We can't just wander aimlessly.
Wherever we go, what's important is that we don't separate.
We can go to Kirkwall.
What? Why would we go there?
There's a lot of Templars in Kirkwall, Mother.
I know that, but we still have family there, and an estate.
Then we need to get to Gwarin and take ship.
If we survive that long, I'll just be happy to get out of here.
I should have put that point into healing.
You will not have him!
Also, you got stony surfaces there. Why didn't you have your back to the wall?
They will not have you. Not while I breathe.
Stop squirming, Wesley. You'll make it worse.
Apostate, keep your distance.
Well, the Maker has a sense of humor. Huh. Darkspawn and now a Templar. I thought they all abandoned Lothering.
The Spawn are clear in their intent, but a mage is always unknown. The Order dictates.
Wesley.
The Order dictates.
Dear, they saved us. The Maker understands.
Of course.
I am Aveline Valenne. This is my husband, Sir Wesley. We can hate each other when we're safe from the Horde.
A strange time to be hunting apostates. His fellows left with the Chantry priests.
I was traveling to Denerim on business for the Order, but I had to turn south when I heard of Ostagar.
Bad luck and judgment brought us together here before the attack.
The nice Templar has been convinced to postpone his hunt for illegal mages. So let's not dwell upon it, shall we?
Wise girl.
You're quick to offer your allegiance.
Another blade between us and the Darkspawn? Yes, please.
So long as the Horde is their first concern.
My duty is clear, but that is for another day, if we are granted that opportunity.
We will be fine. We all will.
a while, it looked like we were the only ones to escape the Darkspawn.
We aren't free of them yet. You didn't see Ostagar. This is just the start.
You were there. Yes, I see it now. Third Company, under Captain Varel.
Then you saw how the whole of the army was defeated.
We fell to betrayal, not the Darkspawn. This arm of the Horde will not have the same advantage.
How bad is that wound?
I think my sword arm's a loss, even with healing.
Then you will have mine, as always. For now, we move with you. North is cut off. We barely escaped the main body of the Horde.
Then we're trapped. The wilds are to the south. That's no way out.
I'm not running straight into the Horde. We go south.
Alright, and that was another complaint. And it's justifiable. It's your typical BioWare pick the dialogue tree, but in the end it really doesn't matter. Because they're going to say something completely different.
I can't believe the Darkspawn have reached this far.
I'm not
so
sure we
quickly.
can survive much more.
I can do this. You'll see.
Oh, I don't have to keep clicking. I can just press it once and it kind of just keeps stacking. That's something. You receive potion, use a potion over a bunch of... Oh, stamina or whatever. Okay. Over there? No. Again, it kind of lost a lot of the... Warrior, what's who for warrior? Sure. Does he have a taunt? Yeah, he does have a taunt. Here you go with that. Okay. Alright.
Now we fight!
I'm not sure when this game came out. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Oh, it's the bolt, dude. Our belt helps us hit harder. As do my belts. My large assortment of belts.
You ready? I'm ready.
Over already? What a pity.
Quickly, before they regroup. We must press towards the wilds.
It's been a while since I played something fantasy related like this. One of the genres that kept me into gaming for so long were RPG games, you know, your Neverwinters, your Ultimas. Okay, let's try this. Yep. I'm just gonna keep bumping that up. Well, that has all on mana. Yeah, we'll get to 20, and then we'll see. So there's like passive ones, huh? Can you equip? Like like swords and daggers? I can't remember. It's been ages since I've done this. I'd be looking at 50% of my mana. That'd be fine. Decisions, you know. I have no idea what's good. I don't even know if you can respec in this. Hope so.
I don't think I can do that.
Don't have a rogue, huh? That's gonna piss me off.
Not going to happen.
Oh.
Bethany!
No, you're the one that likes me.
You go through me before anyone else.
Bethany, wake up. The battle's over. We're fine.
I'm sorry, mistress. Your daughter is gone.
No. These things will not take Bethany.
Maybe we should grieve when we're safe?
Don't speak to me of grief. This is your fault. How could you let her charge off like that? Oh, my poor little girl.
I'm just gonna keep picking the angry option, because it doesn't seem like
If we
it's...
stand here weeping, the Darkspawn will take the rest of us too.
Allow me to commend your daughter's soul to the Maker, mistress. Ashes we were, and ashes we become. Maker, give this young woman a place at your side. Let us take comfort in the peace she has found in eternity.
I will never forget you, Bethany.
Leave her. The Darkspawn are gaining by the minute.
Flames. We're too late.
Now you meet your Maker!
There's no end to them.
Oh, there really was a dragon, huh? Once again, you had to wait till the end of the game of the first one to get there. Spoiler. But you should play it anyways. They could be tough from what I remember in the original. Yeah, maybe we're not fighting it. Oh, that's right. It was that one chick's mom, right? Yeah.
Well, well. What have we here? It used to be we never got visitors to the wilds, but now it seems they arrive in hordes.
Impressive. Where'd you learn how to turn into a dragon?
Perhaps I am a dragon. If so, count yourself lucky. The smell of burning darkspawn does nothing for the appetite. If you wish to flee the darkspawn, you should know you are heading in the wrong direction.
So you're just going to leave us here?
And why not? I spotted a most curious sight. A mighty ogre vanquished. Who could perform such a feat? But now my curiosity is sated and you are safe for the moment. Is that not enough?
You could show me that trick of yours. That looks useful.
I dare say it is. Such a clever tongue for a mage. Tell me, clever child, how do you intend to outrun the Blight?
We're going to Kirkwall, in the Free Marches.
Kirkwall? My, but that is quite the voyage you plan. So far, simply to flee the Darkspawn.
Any better suggestions? I hear the deep roads are vacant now.
Oh, you I like. Hurtled into the chaos, you fight, and the world will shake before you. Is it fate or chance? I can never decide. It appears fortune smiles on us both today. I may be able to help you yet.
There must be a catch.
There is always a catch. Life is a catch. I suggest you catch it while you can.
Should we even trust her? We don't even know what she is.
I know what she is. The Witch of the Wilds.
Some call me that. Also Flemeth, Asha Belinar, an old hag who talks too much. Does it matter? I offer you this. I will get your group past the Horde in exchange for a simple delivery to a place not far out of your way. Would you do this for a Witch of the Wilds?
What is a Witch of the Wilds exactly?
A chastened legend. Witches that steal children.
Bah, as if I had nothing better to do.
Then you're an apostate.
Yes, we have so much in common.
You would go through all that trouble to have something delivered?
I have an appointment to keep. It is far more convenient this way. Happily, you're not without your own needs.
How much trouble will this delivery be exactly?
About as much trouble as my saving your lives not 5 minutes ago.
Good point.
If you knew my daughter, you'd know how seldom I hear that.
Should we trust her?
Wesley is injured. We'll never escape the Darkspawn.
If you need to, leave me behind.
No. I said I would drag you out if I had to, and I meant it.
Roast a few more Darkspawn, I'll do anything you want.
Sadly, my charity is at an end. There is a clan of Dalish elves near the city of Kirkwall. Deliver this amulet to their keeper, Marithari. Do as she asks with it, and any debt between us is paid in full. Before I take you anywhere, however, there is another matter.
No, leave him alone.
What has been done to your man is within his blood already.
You lie!
She's right, Aveline. I can feel the corruption inside me.
What are you talking about?
From the Darkspawn. All that blood. I knew when it happened.
Then how much time before you?
Not long now, if I am any judge.
There must be something we can do.
The only cure I know of is to become a Grey Warden.
And they all died at Ostagar.
Not all, but the last are now beyond your reach.
Aveline, listen to me.
You can't ask me this. I won't.
Please. The corruption is a slow death. I can't.
He's your husband, Eveline. I can't decide his fate.
Be strong, my love.
Without an end, there can be no peace. It gets no easier. Your struggles have only just begun.
Flemeth,
I thought that might interest you.
you expect me to believe a myth swooped out of the wild to save the champion?
Oh, come now, Seeker. Do I need to recite the tale of the Warden as well?
No. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised to hear of her involvement.
I liked my version better, too.
What else aren't you telling me, then? Did she send someone with the champion?
In a matter of speaking.
So it's true. Continue. But if you tell me they all flew to Kirkwall on a dragon...
Nothing so fanciful, I assure you. The witch kept her word and got them to Guaran, where they took ship. They sailed north across the waking sea, lashed by terrible storms. 2 weeks they spent in that dark hold, packed in with the fearful and the desperate. And then they saw it. Kirkwall, the city of chains. Long ago it was part of the Imperium, slaves coming from far and wide to work the quarries. Now, it's a free city, but I use the word loosely. Sail through those black cliffs and you'll see what the slaves of old saw. The gallows, welcoming you. That's where their ship landed, with all the rest.
They're not letting anyone into the city.
What? That can't be.
It's true. Look at them all.
Are we really surprised? Everyone's fleeing the Blight. Just as we are.
And they would throw us all back to the wolves. Unbelievable.
So long as we're all safe, that's more important.
We need to find Gamlen. Our family has always been highly regarded in Kirkwall. He can do something, I'm sure of it.
Let's hope he received your letter.
The guards seem to be reporting to that man. Perhaps we should speak to him.
To the wrong place, just like all of us.
Get back to the crowd, you lot. Trying to bully your way through won't get you into Kirkwall any faster.
But you do intend to let us in.
We have enough poor of our own in the free marches. We don't need you refugees piling up here like a middens heap.
I heard someone call this fortress the Gallows. Is it a prison?
Used to be. Back in the Imperial days. They kept slaves here until the rebellion. Now the Templars run it and use it to lock up their mages. Guess not much has changed.
Are mages imprisoned here?
Well, no more than anywhere else. It's a circle of magi now. Magic is to serve man, not rule him. And mages are better locked up where they don't hurt anyone.
Why aren't we being allowed into the city?
If it were up to me, I'd bar the gates and let you find somewhere else to beg. But it's not. Some of you lot might have legitimate business in the city. So Knight Commander Meredith wants us to sort you all out. Most of you are getting right back on your ships, though.
That's a Templar title. Why would a city guardsman answer to the Templars?
We don't answer to her, but she's the power in Kirkwall. Don't know what would happen if the Viscount went against something she wanted, but he's sure never taken that chance.
There must be someone in charge I can speak with.
Yes, always the same story. You want in, talk to Captain Ewald. I'm just here to keep you refuse from climbing the walls.
We'll starve!
Tell me, how did your family escape Lothering? Almost everyone who hadn't fled.
My brother. If he wasn't with us, I don't think we'd be here.
But you seem quite skilled as well.
I'm not my brother.
My children are sick. I've got to get in to find a healer.
We're not animals you can just corral.
Did I not tell you to keep the rabble out of here?
There's only so much I can do, sir. I don't control the gallows.
We're not animals you can just corral.
Let us through, you flaming blighter. We're not staying in this pit.
Then get back on your ship and leave. Kirkwall has no more room for refugees.
The ship's already gone. We've paid good coin to get here.
You and half of Ferelden, there's nothing I can do. The city is full.
One of the guards said you were letting in people who have business in the city.
That's right. We've seen you let lots of people through.
Citizens and merchants that make it worth our while. I'll assume that you don't have any more coin than these gentlemen. We've been letting you Fereldans in for months. You're too late. There's no more room.
But we've got family here.
I've heard claims like that 1,000 times already, trust me. We'll find some ships to take you all back to Ferelden, eventually. Until then, you stay here.
If you find our uncle, Gamlen Amel, you might just have a few less refugees bothering you.
Gamlen? I know that name.
He's a nobleman here in the city. Our family has an estate.
A nobleman? The only Gamlen I know is a weasel who couldn't rub two coppers together. He comes back, I'll bring you to him. But I don't have time to...
What? You gonna let them through?
I didn't say anything about...
We've been here for 4 days. They just got here.
That's it. We're carving our way out of here. Men, here we go!
Face me. I stand for all of us.
Unbelievable.
Captain, are you all right?
I am, no thanks to you. Where is everyone? Go find them. I want this kept under control. You have my thanks. Look, I can't get you into the city. It's not my decision. But I'll find your uncle and bring him here.
It's been 3 days. This waiting has to end.
I'm sure it won't be much longer. Gamlen must still be looking for us.
And if he's not?
Don't look now, but I think that's our man.
Leandra. Damn, girl. The years haven't been kind to you.
Gamlen.
Let me say up front, I wasn't expecting this. The Blight, your husband, dead. I'd figured you'd pretty much be Ferelden for life.
Oh, Gamlen. We came too late. My darling Bethany didn't make it. Drastic guide her.
Oh, make her save me. Leandra, don't drop this on me here. I don't even know if I can help you get in.
I'm more concerned about Mother. Can you get her in at least?
No. We stay together.
I was hoping to grease some palms, but the Knight Commander's been cracking down. We're gonna need more grease.
But what about the estate? Surely Father left something when he died?
Right, about the estate. It's, gone. To settle a debt. I've been meaning to write you.
Then there's no hope.
Not quite. I know some people who might help. If you're not too delicate about the company you keep.
Mother said our family was wealthy. You really can't help us?
I am blighted helping. I've got 2 offers of work from people who've got the coin to open those gates.
I still can't believe you sold the estate. Gamlen, how could you?
Well, I didn't expect your blasted family to show up on my doorstep. I've got a nice place in Lowtown. You'll see, it'll all work out.
Do we need to stay in Kirkwall? Let's go to another city.
This was my home. I can't believe they won't let me come back.
Every city on the coast's been hip-deep in Ferelden since the Blight. You could try your luck further inland, I suppose, but it won't be easy.
We're not putting Mother through that. We came here. We're staying here.
What do you mean exactly, Gamlen?
I talked to my contacts, and I found some people who might be willing to pay your way into the city. The catch is, you and your brother will have to work off the debt. For a year.
A year?
It's the best I could do. Trust me when I say a bunch of refugees won't get a better option anywhere else.
So you're selling us into indentured servitude? That's your idea?
Think of it as having a job waiting for you in your new home.
I guess it's only a year, right?
I managed to convince my contacts to come to the gallows to meet you personally. Mirren heads up the mercenary company, the Red Iron. They're looking for recruits. Fenrir, I guess you might call her a smuggler. Either one of them can help you. All you need to do is find them in the courtyard and convince them you're worth the trouble.
What do you think about this, Carver?
What can I say? Better here than nowhere.
What kind of man is this Mirren?
He's a hired sword. What do you expect him to be like? I wouldn't bring him home for dinner or anything, but he's got a decent reputation. I wouldn't have asked him if I thought he'd cross you.
How dangerous is this smuggler's work?
Well, it won't be pretty working for her. She's a pretty small fish compared to some of the other thieves' guilds around here. But she's tough, she's fair, and she never deals in slaves or flesh.
Let's find them and see what they have to say.
Oh, Gamlen, I don't know about this.
It's a lot of coin, Leandra. Don't go expecting our name to carry the kind of weight it used to.
And what of me? I will not allow others to incur debts on my behalf.
Can't see that it makes a difference. You look like a lady who can pull her own weight.
Then you'll come with us.
I have no real option. Thank you.
Are you a Fenril?
He must be Gamlen's nephew. Interesting. I don't know what he told you about us, but he certainly told us a great deal about you.
How much exactly?
Enough to pique our interest, provided you can justify your uncle's confidence.
I'd like to know more about what we'd be doing for you.
I can be honest. We don't compete with the Thieves Guild, but we keep our fingers in a lot of pots. That said, we're not killers or slavers. Anything short of that, however, is fair game.
Do what you want, but this sounds fishy to me.
Begging and taking your pick never went hand in hand.
I hear getting us into the city isn't cheap.
If you're as good as your uncle claims, we're hoping you'll be worth it. After all, it's not every day we're offered an apostate's services.
I didn't realize Gamlen had told you that much.
The Templars in Kirkwall like to think they have all mages properly leashed, but when has that ever been true? We can keep them from taking notice while you're with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
How did you get to be one of my uncle's contacts?
Is that what he calls me? He owes us after that last big idea. If you turn out, though, we'll consider things even.
Tell me what you need done.
There's a merchant named Cavril, friend of the Templars, so they let him set up his little shop here in the Gallows. We supplied him in return for a piece of the take, but now he won't pay up. We can't go near him without him screaming for the guard, but you can. Get our money from him and you're in.
Elves. Terrible, disgusting creatures. But gets us in the city. But yeah, real quick, that's why I titled it. It's literally Neverwinter, because the whole game takes place in Kirkwall, much like Neverwinter. At least Neverwinter Nights 1.
I've already told you, I can't give you any more for them.
But that was everything we have. It's all we brought with us.
And I feel for you, Sarah, but it's the best I can do.
If they just let us into the city, I could get 3 times that price.
Myron?
Your business is done.
But...
Now then, what can I do for you, Sarah?
I didn't think there'd be any stores here in the fortress.
There are many merchants who come here right now who can't afford the bribes to enter the city. So the Templars suggested having someone set up shop, temporarily. And I am the lucky man.
You mean you paid your own bribes to be here?
If they allowed everyone to set up shop, this place would turn into a bazaar. Sadly, there's only so much I can do for those Fereldans. Poor sods.
I'm sure you're very broken up over it.
I meant you. Folks like yourself.
She didn't seem very happy with the deal you made.
What am I supposed to do? Buy every piece of furniture these people dragged with them?
You mean people like us?
Of course. My apologies. My point is that I'm running a business, not a charitable order. I'm sorry.
I imagine the profits help with the guilt.
I believe you owe your business partners something.
Oh, I see.
Should I go tell the guards?
Not just yet. I want to hear this. So, Ethenril sent you to collect, did she? Too cowardly to do it herself.
Care to step in here?
Only because this toad deserves it.
You have a choice. Pay, or I beat it out of you, and your men.
Hey!
Stay back. Just take what's in the chest. Take it all. Now I'm getting out of here. Let those guards find someone else to buy Dogland junk.
If I remember, I liked Aveline's character a lot in this.
You could have given us something more challenging.
Will you look at that? Tell your uncle we'll make the arrangements. Welcome aboard.
I honestly don't know what's good. Oh, that's right. The reputation system I liked in this was that whether they're friendly or a rivalry, it gives you different benefits. It's probably one of the better reputation systems in a video game. I think that's for unique tree, right, Guardian?
Any luck?
Was there ever any doubt?
I'll speak to Athenril and see when the bribes can be made. Wait here.
I guess we did it. We're here to stay, at least for a while.
The blight may still spread, but for now, we have a new home.
If only Bethany were here with us.
And Wesley.
Well, we're off to a fantastic start. Let's see what else this city has in store.
Thus began the champion's first year in Kirkwall. Word arrived from across the sea that the hero of Ferelden had defeated the Blight. But Lothering was destroyed. Kirkwall was the champion's home now. So he remained, paying off his debt, made a name for himself in the underworld. It was a busy year in the city. That's when the Kunari landed. A great storm had caught their ship and left hundreds of warriors stranded in the city, waiting to return home. That's also when the trouble began with the mages. The Templars had become very powerful under Knight Commander Meredith. But most importantly, that's when I first met the champion.
Trust these tits, human. You know how many people want to hire onto this expedition?
Look, we know you're going into the deep roads. You'll need to hire the best, and we're...
No! You're too late. Already done.
The money from this trip could fix everything. You need us. We fought Darkspawn.
Look, Precious. I don't care if you tore the horns off an ogre with your bare hands.
You make him understand. We're running from your bloody Templars.
My brother has a point. It's on his head, but it's still valid.
Oh, thanks for that.
So what about it, Bertrand? We're just what you need.
You're looking for a quick way out of the slums, right? You and every other Ferelden in this dump. Find another meal ticket.
Well, back to waiting for someone to turn us in.
It'll get harder if we're at each other's throats.
I know. It just seems like you either die in this city or you end up like the scum we're bargaining with. We need coin, status, something we can shove in that dwarf's face and keep people off our backs. And all I can think of is Uncle Gamlen.
You catch more flies with honey. But Gamlen's bullshit could work too.
Well, he did get us into the city, right? What else can we do? We're losing ground, and I don't fancy waking up in the gallows.
Hey!
I knew a guy once who could take every coin out of your pockets just by smiling at you. But you don't have the style to work Hightown, let alone the Merchants Guild. You might want to find yourself a new line of work. Off you go.
How do you do?
Varric Tethras, at your service. I apologize for Bertrand. He wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit him square in the jaw.
But you would?
I would. What my brother doesn't realize is that we need someone like you. He would never admit it either. He's too proud. I, however, am quite practical.
You're part of Bertrand's venture.
That's right. The deep roads wouldn't normally be my thing, but I can't allow the head of our family to go down there alone. So as you might imagine, I have more than a passing interest in this expedition's success.
What makes you so certain we can help? You know nothing about us.
Oh, on the contrary. You've made quite the name for yourself over the last year. The Coterie has been squeezing smugglers out left and right, and the only group to survive owes it all to you two. The name Hawk is on many lips these days. Not bad for a Ferelden fresh off the boat.
You must have heard of my brother as well, then.
A little, yes. But it is you they speak most of, Monsieur.
That figures.
Your brother is certainly welcome to join us by all means, but I'll leave that in your hands.
Oh, I'm going. Without this expedition, we won't last out the year.
You're going awfully far out of your way just to hire another guard.
We don't need another hireling. We need a partner. The truth is, Bertrand's been tearing his beard out trying to fund this on his own, but he can't do it. Invest in the expedition. 50 sovereigns and he can't refuse. Not with me there to vouch for you.
Your brother doesn't seem like the sort who's willing to split profits.
My brother is many things, but he is not stupid. Far better to share the profits than be trapped in a tide with 1,000 darkspawn between you and the exit. Trust me, he'll come around.
Why would you stick your neck out for a complete stranger?
I'd rather take a chance on someone with your reputation than head into the deep roads unprepared. And besides, we'd be your partners. I'm willing to give a little trust if you are.
It sounds interesting, but if I had any gold, I wouldn't need this job.
You need to think big. There's only a brief window after a blight when the deep roads won't be crawling with darkspawn. The treasure you find down there could set you and your family up for life.
Come on. The dwarf makes some sense. No offense. Look, you started this, and it's a good idea. Certainly better than ending up in the gallows.
We work together, you and I, and before you know it, you'll have all the capital you need. What do you say?
There might be nothing down there except darkspawn and rubble. How can you be sure we'll make a profit?
Well, Bartrand isn't grasping at strings. He's operating on some good information. Some of the deep roads are so old, even the dwarves have forgotten them. We just need to get down there. Then Bartrand will lead the way. You and I will be there to handle problems.
What makes you so certain you'll be useful to me?
I know everyone in this city worth knowing. I can help you find the jobs you need, and if you don't need me for that, there's always Bianca.
You named your crossbow.
And why not? She's a beauty. Isn't that right, sweetheart?
What's to stop you from taking my investment and running?
You'll be traveling with the expedition, and I'll be at your side. If I cross you, you'll be the first one to know, and I'll be the last.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
You're asking for a guarantee? I don't know that I can give you one. Look, I know the Templars have been asking questions. How terrible would it be to get out of the city for a while? If this works out, you'll be wealthy enough that the Order won't be able to touch you. You need the coin, and I need your help. We need each other. I can't make it sound better than that.
It's not like I had anything better planned.
Perfect. Kirkwall's crawling with work. You set aside some coin from every job and you'll have the money in no time.
Sure, easy. But maybe Aveline's got some bounties out. She joined the city guard, right?
We should talk privately when you get the chance. In the Hanged Man, maybe. I'll be there when I'm not with you. Now, let's go see what trouble we can stir up. Keep a hand on your coin, Hawk. There are more cut purses in Hightown than in the rest of the city combined.
Bodan Feddick, purveyor of goods both common and rare, at your service.
And this is my son, Sandal, who is as brilliant an enchanter as you'll ever find. Say hello to the nice human, Sandal.
Hello.
We shall be accompanying your expedition and providing the needed supplies. It's all quite exciting, isn't it?
The thought of adventure does make me giddy.
A kindred soul, surely. But I digress. Do you wish to peruse my wares, or perhaps make use of Sandal's unique talents?
Enchantment?
Just so.
I thought all enchanters were mages.
Not at all. The fabled dwarven resistance to magic has allowed enchantment of crafts for countless ages. Granted, most dwarven smiths must work for many, many years to learn the skill, but my boy is a natural, a savant beyond compare.
I like enchantment.
And he enjoys his work. What more could one ask?
You two don't seem the sort to hire onto this expedition.
My son and I have never played it safe. Never captured a tried and true roads. In fact, we have just returned from adventures while accompanying the hero of Ferelden, legendary Grey Warden and vanquisher of the Blight.
So you helped to defeat the Blight?
In our small way, perhaps. We did not fight at the Grey Warden's side, of course. The hero of Ferelden is a fine man. After all his accomplishments, may he find even greater success. But surely my past is hardly of interest to the likes of you.
Let's see what you have.
By all means, feel free to peruse my wares whenever you wish. What do you need, my good friend?
I don't need anything right now.
I look forward to our voyage together.
No loitering.
Hey, adventurer, come replace your old crap.
You know, Junior, it's eerie how much resemblance there is between you two.
We're brothers. What's eerie about that?
Oh, you thought I meant Hawk. I was talking about Gamlin.
Maker, I hate you, dwarf.
Hawk, long time no see, my friend.
What if it isn't Worthy, the dwarf with the incredibly ironic name?
I only advertise the truth. You aren't still working for Athenril, are you? Your year must be up by now.
I'm looking to become an explorer, of a sort.
I heard. Bartrand's hard to take, but his information is usually good.
Hard to take? That's putting it mildly.
I'll tell you what. I still have my old contacts. You need some rune crafting done, I can arrange it for you. Take care, Hawk. Don't get dead.
can't find better prices.
Just keeping the peace.
Avert your eyes for a dog.
I wouldn't be caught dead in the rows.
And here we are in the brothel. My day is complete.
Madame Lucine runs the place for Harlan. Or with him. Or on him. It's a coterie thing.
I've got your usual ready and waiting for you upstairs.
Many thanks, Madame Z. Welcome to the Blooming Rose. Personally, I wouldn't say it's blooming precisely, but the name's not my choice.
What'll it be, Sir Templar?
Ferelden, are you? We are not a charitable organization, Sirrah. If you cannot pay, you will have to take your lonely self elsewhere. Is that clear? 2 sovereigns for premium service, 1 sovereign for standard service. 50 silver and someone may touch you. Briefly.
I'm not interested.
Of course you aren't. Poverty had nothing to do with your decision, I'm sure.
Mead, please.
Coming right up. Don't you threaten my boy, you skinny hag.
I won't
I'll have
mention
you
this to
sacked.
your mother if you do.
Madam doesn't give a rat's ass about your brat. She pays me a copper every time I kick the little bastard. I'll get your order in a minute.
He didn't really.
You wear a feather boa.
All Asians, darling. You get used to it.
You know, Junior, you're looking at this all wrong.
Whatever it is
I
you're
can't
about
do
to say,
that.
I'm not interested.
I'm a professional younger brother. Trust me, the center of attention's the worst place to be.
I don't think I can do
When
that.
things go wrong, and they always do, that's where all the fingers point. Look at any kingdom in Thedas. You've got people who warm thrones, and people nobody sees who do the real work.
So my brother is a king now. Just what he needed.
Point, missing it. Oh well.
hard to believe they left me nothing.
Well, Mother was pretty steamed when you ran off with your Ferelden apostate.
I'm still their... daughter. Their eldest.
Scrubbing brush. Never used.
Get out of my face!
My children have been in servitude. Servitude for a year. They should be nobility.
If wishes were poppy, we'd all be dreaming.
Why was nothing set aside for us, Uncle?
Your mother was supposed to marry the Comte de Launcey, and instead she ran off with some Ferelden apostate. You don't get to stay the favorite when you do that.
Where is Father's will? If I could just see for myself.
It's not here, all right? It was read, it went in the vault. No one needed to look at it again.
I know the Amels were nobility, Mother, but not much else. Why don't you ever talk about them?
The Amels have been a noble family in Kirkwall since Garahel drove out the Fourth Blight. But we've always carried magic in our blood. It's been a stain on our lineage. No family of good standing would ever marry into a line with magic. When I chose your father, I was bringing more magic into our line, not less. I think that's what hurt my parents the most.
Did Grandfather mention Mother in his will at all?
Our father died when you were still in short pants, lad. You can hardly expect me to remember.
Oh, of course not. Why should you do something reasonable?
Please, Uncle. We have a right to see it for ourselves.
Maybe so. But you won't be seeing the bloody thing. It's still locked up on the estate, and that's long out of my hands.
What daft bastard leaves that behind?
It was old news. You think I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for Leandra to slink back?
Who bought the estate, Gamlen? Perhaps I could speak to them. Was it the Reinhardts?
No one you know. Get used to Lowtown, sister. That's where we're going to stay.
I always wanted to bring
Get
you
out of my
to meet
face!
your grandparents.
Your mother's bad enough. I don't need you nagging me.
I think this is the same cheese that was here a year ago. Looks like the dog's trying to tunnel his way out of this hovel. Can't blame him.
He wasn't like this in Lothering. I think he misses the open fields.
Come on, let's play Fetch the Invisible Ball.
He just needs to get out more, don't you, boy?
He's part of the family. I wouldn't want to lose him.
Take it. I'm sick of what's-his-name staring and panting.
Gamlen, honestly, a Mabari understands what you say. Try using his name.
What's wrong with dog? Real easy to remember. I'll let you sleep.
Sweet molasses, what is going on? We now have a crap ton. We went from like 4 to 41. Okay. Power of like DLC items. We're gonna steamroll, huh? Alright, what do we got? Health, attack, generation. Sure. I wonder if those stack. We'll go for it. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of chests here. I don't know what that is. So we'll wait on that. Well, you know what then? We'll do this.
Maker, what a mess. I want to make things better for Mother. But some of what Gamlen says, I'm having a hard time hating him. Playing caretaker for someone else's life. Stuck in their shadow. That's no way to live.
And there it is.
Look, if you want to join the fight over who lost the most, fine. But I never lived here. Mother even gave me her old key to try and stir something. But I didn't know Grandfather. Finding his will doesn't matter to me.
She tried her best to give us what we need. I think she's due the same.
Oh, I see her side. Gamlen's definitely an arse. But it's not like we can just ask slavers to give back that life.
What have you heard?
Uncle's a chatty drunk. He was up to his neck and signed everything over. That's who has the estate. Apparently, the most extensive wine cellar in Kirkwall is now a slave highway from the Undercity. That's the family legacy.
I think we need to pay them a visit and look for Mother's missing paperwork.
I'm sure they will be right neighborly about letting us poke around.
We'll give them the chance, sure.
All right, brother. If the key works, we'll clear the estate from the Undercity up. I don't know if this will help, but I do feel like hitting someone.
Sebastian, stop this madness. The Chantry cannot condone revenge, Sebastian.
It is my right, my duty, to show these assassins there is nowhere in the Free Marches to hide.
This is murder.
No. What happened to my family was murder.
Just children.
Basically, the first video is me getting used to the gameplay. Usually, getting my feet wet, getting familiar with the controls. Right now, what I'm also doing is running around trying to pick up all these little extra bits because you get experience. See, for doing that. This is a holdover from the first game. What kind of weapon does he have? Is that two-handed? Yes. So should probably have been put points in that, huh? Let's see, what do I remember? Rogues and warriors use stamina. And I usually played a rogue, which means I didn't get to bring Barrack along. So I was already doing that, the cunning. And I remember actually enjoying this more than Inquisition, because Dragon Age 2 still had a lot more. Well, Dragon Age 2, I recall, we're not going to hit the level cap early. When I played Inquisition, I hit the level cap pretty early. Won't be spending much more time tonight. I just wanted to dip my toes into the game. Next time, or part 2, I should be devoting a longer period of game time devoted to it. Quick reminder that I shall be playing a very unique game that is frustrating and difficult, but very similar to the tabletop tomorrow for Warhammer Wednesday. Oh, I'm sorry. Warhammer Wednesday. Oh, you guys. Though there are no orcs in the game, from what I remember. It's been a while. But if you're a fan of Skaven, make sure you check in. Every Wednesday I try to do a live stream of a Warhammer game. I think I call it Warhammer Wednesday Showcase. Yeah, I think that's what I'm rolling with now. So, make sure you stop in for that. But I am looking forward to giving this game a playthrough again. It's been 1 week since you've looked at me. No, it's probably been at least a good 8 years since I played this, isn't it? 6 to 8 years. 6 to 8, not 68. Oh. But yeah, I recommend this game first over Dragon Age Origins, actually. That way you'll have references to look forward to. And then might encourage you to come back and play through this again a second time. With the knowledge of knowing what you knew. And importing his save so you can see the differences. This way you see the game by playing this game first before playing Dragon Age Origins. You get to see this game as it is without any kind of goggles on. And then going back to play Dragon Age Origins, it'll allow you to import a save, which was always a neat thing, but apparently it was difficult to do, which is why they eventually abandoned it in most games in Fall Suit. But it will allow you to see the subtle changes that you otherwise might not have picked up on.
Good day, Sir.
And I will be doing Dragon Age Origins eventually, because it's a good game. I was a late adopter to that one too, but for different reasons.
Good luck getting
more financial.
I've been waiting all day.
But this one, it was just bad word of mouth. Not to say there aren't issues with the game, but
Not going to happen.
can you unlock that yet? Yeah, he can.
See us by.
I can't do that.
But there'll be a Ryan's rating review in the final episode.
Good day to you, Sirrah. Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all
But
day.
for a preview, I think this game was
Must be terribly busy.
blasted
Waiting most of the day.
for a lot of the wrong reasons. There's some legit criticism, right? The
Fine day,
streamlining of the RPG elements, because of the success of things like Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect. They wanted to kind of emulate that style of gameplay. I don't think it quite worked. But the single location thing, I mean, that's what Neverwinter Nights did, and that game's usually praised. And I thought, oh, that's neat. I wish more games had a single location. Huh. Keep him doing that. What level does he need? 7? Okay. Each of your companions get a unique skill tree. I think even... No, Carver doesn't. No one likes Carver. Alright, what's this? Bursting arrow. Yes. Varric was also a pretty good companion from what I recall.
I don't think I can do that.
Strangely, this is the best place in the city for working shell games and changing forged coins.
You know, I might be able to give you a hand with that. We're good to go.
Aveline.
Hello, Hawk.
That's it.
What? Oh, right. Sorry. It feels like we just talked. I've been keeping an eye on you. Information is one of the few perks of this job. Watch out for Bartrand. He's a son of a bitch.
You know I don't like it when you have people watch me.
Saved me camping on your doorstep. After what we went through to get here, well, you're no child, but I take care of my friends. The places they have me patrolling, I've got time.
Still having trouble? I thought you were past all that.
Lately, I don't know. I've been pushed out to some dead patrols. Maybe I stepped on someone's toes.
You can be forceful.
My charm, right? I should be able to go where I'm needed. In fact, I might have a job for you. Let me know if you want to do a favor for Kirkwall. Otherwise, I'm here if you need me. Maker knows I could use more satisfying work.
Seems like Kirkwall suits you.
It has been a challenge. Lots of opportunity, if you're the type the locals want.
Are you?
If you argue enough, you kind of convince yourself.
It's been a year settling in. Are you all right?
You don't need to coddle me. I am where I am. How close I hold my memories is my own business.
This must be a very different pace from serving King Kalen.
I love that life, but there's a new king for a new Ferelden. Seems cocksure, but I guess he was there when the Archdemon fell. Can't fault an active hand. It's just one more change, though. The real end for me was Ostagar. What about you, Carver? You were there. Do you feel something similar?
No.
All right, then. Bit of a tit, your brother.
The Blight is over. You could go back to Lothering.
That wasn't home for me. It was just where the Horde pressed us. It wasn't the first village I saw fall. But you don't get used to people losing everything.
It's not how I wanted to say goodbye. I'll say that.
You can't go home again. That's supposed to be about maturity. It's not the same if you don't have the option.
All right, Aveline. You have something worth doing.
My patrols may be empty walks in the dark, but there's something big coming up, and I could use you. An ambush, probably for a caravan, although I can't find any shipments that match up. Doesn't matter though. Highwaymen waiting for someone to rob. I'm putting a stop to it, my district or not.
You have a name, or anything else to go on?
Not important. If we show up and they attack, they're bad. Simple as that. I'll wager it's smugglers, though. Like I said, seems like an obvious trap for a caravan.
You've been nosing around outside your commission.
I have contacts, and they're complaining about a lack of meat. Thugs and such. Someone is hiring. And one or two were told to prepare for travelers. You want to be good at this job? You pay attention to what's missing, and when people arrange escape routes.
Seems like you'd want to share this with your fellow guards.
I will, if you sit on your hands. I'll send my alerts, and someone else will lead a patrol. But there's profit and influence to be had. You're my friend, so I'm offering.
I'm no guard, Aveline.
There's only so many of us. Temporary recruits are expected time to time, as long as they're competent. You still claim to be competent, right?
All right, Aveline. I'll play guard for you.
I knew I could count on you. They're hidden up Sundermount, remote and rough, but we can make good time with a shortcut this side. And no, you can't run off and do it without me. I trust you, but I have to be there. You're acting on behalf of the Guard.
Messiah, please stop kicking the wall.
Decisions. Did we have stuff to give her? Yeah, so I got the DLC stuff apparently at some point, which means I bumped up the difficulty, and if I have to bump it up to Nightmare, I will.
Good luck getting in. I've been waiting all day.
Just because fair is fair, right? Alright. Go back to Lowtown. Grab their gear. Equip them with stuff. I'll do that off recording. Or off recording.
You have a problem
Off
with
stream.
that?
Me? He's not native either.
I'm just surprised. A lot of old prejudice in the Guard.
I'll give them plenty of reason to change their minds.
You know, it's possible they're just scared shitless of you. That's my theory, anyway.
And then we'll deal with all this. A lot of running around. You're going to see a lot of the same locations, and that was another criticism people had. But again, I'd point you to really go back and play Mass Effect even. Let's use Mass Effect 2, which was like the model that they kind of went after. You pretty much just played down the same corridor hallways. But we'll see. Maybe the game is as bad as people made it out to be. We don't want to go that way. That's an exit. That's what this revisit's for. Okay. Crafting. Got it. But first impressions, let's try and be objective with this. I think the game still looks pretty good. Of course, what sucks is it does not have controller support natively, so you're gonna kind of be stuck using mouse and keyboard.
Like this. I really.
And granted, options are a lot more limited compared to the Origins, but as you saw, there's a lot of leeway. Where is it? Here it is. There's the base trees. You get a couple specializations. Based on your class. Right, Force Mage, thinking that.
Why, hello there.
Well,
If I remember, this is a pretty chonky game.
My sisters have me decorated to
That looks good, and it's voice acted for the most part. Hey. Saves me having to read out loud. I'm doing terrible voices. Just want to check this before I bounce, because I'm going to have to call it. And remember, folks, tomorrow is going to be Warhammer Wednesday Showcase, where I showcase a Warhammer game. Maybe it's one you played, seen, or heard. Maybe it's one you haven't. It's always a mixed bag. I have been trying to show ones that you don't normally see shown, especially since they just relisted and released some games that were on Good Old Games and some that were on Steam that were delisted. So I wanted to highlight some of these. That's it. I'm gonna bounce. Appreciate you all for stopping in. This is part 1 of my revisit of Dragon Age 2. Is it... what did I title it? Is it overhated or... no, is it underrated or rightly hated? Or justly hated? I don't know. All those... that's what we're here to find out with this playthrough. I probably picked the most interesting class, gameplay-wise, mechanically. Usually I play rogues in these types of games, but I want to go with something a little different. And I think this one, according to the internet, said that there was the most unique dialogue tied to it, because the story is going to be more relevant to a mage than it is a rogue. So that said, to my subscribers, you all stay awesome. You have an amazing day, or if you prefer, stay amazing, have an awesome day. Drive by Rubnik and Beers. I'll see you around. Till next time. You all have a good morning. Good afternoon.
Keep it down, dog.
Most importantly, have a good night.
All that noisy dog breath, day in, day out. Make him stop.
He doesn't sweat like we do, and it's stuffy in here.
See you around.
You could open a window.
There. Isn't that annoying? Ah, blight take